Hello, how you doing? I was just thinking about, I wanted to comment on the protest, the police protest in New York.
Ultimately, I see police as part of the 99%. They are not calling the shots, but they do protect the people who call the shots and who do a lot of crime up at the top, like the stuff that broken window crime is supposed to prevent.
At first when the shooting of the two New York police officers happened, I was a little uncomfortable with the timing of it all. I felt that, it seemed kind of weird that once it seemed like we were getting some traction, or people were getting traction on a national and international level with bringing attention to police brutality, all of a sudden you have this crazy incident where two seemingly innocent police officers, get assassinated. So I was thinking, even as far as some conspiracy theories maybe be tied to it. But now, after seeing the work slow down with the New York police officers and how that has resulted in kind of a cutback on what is considered the broken window policy, I realized that, that could have inadvertently been a good thing as far as getting the police to kind of let up, because they're kind of, doing what the protesters wanted them to do in the first place.
Those have dropped like dramatically, about like 94% for traffic violations, 90%, 94% for public urination and public drinking, which really only affects like poor people for the most part. And traffic violations is like a way to extort money from people too. So also not really cool. It's dropped by 84%.
From my understanding, the broken window policy, I think the idea behind it is cracking down on small petty crimes like skipping out on fares for the subway, stuff like that. But it's just small little petty things to kind of deter people from wanting to do bigger things. And they claim that it worked. But it seems to unfairly focus on people of color, though. Like, the ones who seem to get cracked down the most were people of color. Like the stop and frisk laws, that was kind of tied in, kind of like a twisted version of broken window policies, and that targeted black and brown people disproportionately as well, and was proven to be ineffective also.
Although they're just pawns, and it's tactically like a good thing to have less pawns on the battlefield, less bodies out there making protests unsafe for people, less bodies out there making brown lives feel unsafe when they're walking around, and afraid of being stopped and frisked.
I would say, oddly enough, based on the way the police are acting now, the Eric Gardner thing wouldn't have happened in today's climate, because they're not cracking down on selling loose cigarettes and things like that. So I thought that was very interesting.
The work stoppages in New York is like a clear advantage right now as far as like actually attaining some of the things that people are protesting for.